So friends, we're gonna have to make this intro quick. We're in Fort Worth, Texas. We're going to the Goodwill outlet. It looks huge. I don't have much time, so I'm gonna try to find as much stuff as I can in about 30 minutes. Let me show you the front. There's an outlet, a donation drive-through, which I think is an amazing idea. I wish we had that in California, and a traditional store. I tried to find a Goodwill outlet in Dallas proper, and nothing was coming up. So if you know of one, let me know. Here's the store, the outside. It says donation drive-through. I want to stop filming because people are watching me. It's not as common here to see people filming. I feel like whenever I pull out my camera at these thrift stores, people are looking at me like, what is she doing? All right, let's go. All right, friends, let's do this. I will show you around the bins in a little bit, but I had very little time, so I wanted to try to pick up as much as possible. This is the first bin I touched, and I was kind of shocked that they had like hard goods and clothing in one bin. And I thought I couldn't like see other bins clearly. I was like, is it like this everywhere? But it's not. They do have separate bins for hard goods, separate bins for clothing. I think these were just mixed up. And they actually have a separate area specifically for bins with hard goods, which I like. They kind of do that in California. You see that area over there? I'm pretty sure that was all hard goods stuff. So I like when bins do that. They do that at the Los Angeles location also. So these bins were just an anomaly. I was just finding a bunch of mall brands and things like that. Nothing that was of note to pick up. I keep telling you guys in these travel thrift with me videos, I had an extra luggage for all my purchases. So for everything that I bought from the thrift store, I did put in my luggage. I thought those Steve Madden shoes were cute, but I don't see the other one. If you guys see it, let me know. I wanted to focus more on clothing because it's lighter, and I only had one piece of luggage. So I wasn't going to pick up any hard goods unless it was something that really stood out to me. Nothing here. I spent about 35 minutes at this location, and I didn't see them do one rotation, but I'm assuming it was coming up because I saw people kind of just waiting around. So I don't know if this location is kind of slower. Like for the LA bins that I go to, they literally rotate bins out every like 5 to 10 minutes. So 30 minutes is kind of long, but maybe it was like lunchtime or something. I don't know. I will be back here, so subscribe if you like these travel thrift with me videos. You guys know my family recently moved to Oklahoma. We have a farm out there, and I have a ton of family in Dallas. So my mom and I are already planning a trip to come back here early spring of this year. So subscribe for that. So I was like not scoring at all in the clothing, you guys. I did find it fascinating to see their Goodwill pricing. So you saw those pants were $7.49 at the store. These were $3.99. I think those were Gap. This tank top. So all of this stuff with the price tag is basically inventory that did not sell in the Goodwill store. So I just thought it was fascinating to see the pricing. It's interesting. Some of it is the same kind of price as LA, and then some of it is way more affordable. I was gonna get these pants for Zane, but they were just a little too stained, so I passed on those. If you have children or know someone who has children, getting their clothing at the Goodwill outlet is such a deal, you guys, because it's just so lightweight. I love picking up men's clothing, especially like nicer quality men's dress pants. The thing about selling men's like suits, dress pants, jackets, it's a longer hold, at least for me. Like some of that stuff I can have for a year or two before it sells, but when it sells, you guys, it's usually a full price sell. And the great thing is that I don't like to generalize, but I've talked about this many times that men are just less likely to return the clothing because, they know their size, they know their body shape. It's harder for women, and I get it because I could be a size 6 and be a totally different body shape than someone else. So that's why I love selling men's clothing. I always tell you guys, I love selling men's clothing more than women's clothing. So as you can see, I am finding nothing but mall brand stuff, lower end brands, like nothing exciting here. But like I said, I will be back and I'll be able to spend a whole day here and go through a couple rotations. But yeah, just full disclosure, there for 30 minutes, no rotations, but I'm pretty sure it was coming because I just saw a row of people sitting down. At this location, I don't think they like really want you sitting down because they have bins all over the wall, all in the middle of the store. I'll show you that in a second. So yeah, kind of the same as LA. They don't like, people used to go to the Goodwill outlet and camp out and eat lunch. I talked about this in my tips for shopping at the Goodwill outlet. I will link that video down below because I think if you're newer to shopping at the Goodwill outlet, it can be really helpful. And even if you're not new, it's just information that maybe you haven't thought of. So check it out. I'll link it down below. Back to the clothing. I'm not talking to you guys about this stuff because I didn't pick up any of it. It's just all stuff, like I said, mall brands, like really affordable boutique-y stuff. So nothing of note. But I did score, friends, and I did purchase. I'm about to show you. I found, no joke, about 45 silk ties. And the great thing about these ties, I've always told you guys I'm not the biggest fan of selling ties, but I've learned over the years that if you can find similar size ties and lot them up, you can make great money, especially getting it at the Goodwill outlet. So you'll see right now, first up, I just found this one tie. This is the one reason I don't wear gloves to the bins because I like to feel the fabric. Do what makes you comfortable. A lot of people will not go into the bins without gloves, but I love to feel the fabric. So I felt that and I was like, that's silk. Let me check out this tie. And then I found another one. So if they're silk, a lot of them were like made in Italy. And then if they were made in the USA, they were cotton, but they looked very vintage. I am like 99% sure this was all from one man because they're all like extra long, which I didn't know for big and tall men, which I should know. I tell you guys this all the time. My boyfriend is 6'5". When we go shopping, he always has to go to like the big and tall section. They make specific ties for those guys. And when he was waiting in the car with our son, I told him about it. He's like, oh yeah, like that's the only size tie I buy. I had no idea. So this is what I picked up, you guys. A little spoiler alert. This is all I picked up, and I'm probably going to sell it in lots of 2. I don't know. I'm going to do some comps on eBay, but I ended up picking up 45 of them. I think I'm going to do like lots of 20 and 25, and I think they're going to sell for like, I don't even know. The comps I saw were anywhere from $70 to $150 if you have all silk. So I'm pretty excited about that. You guys, that covers everything I bought thrifting in Dallas and Oklahoma for Amazon, and that covers a portion of our hotel, which is pretty cool. So I'm excited about that. Well, no, it doesn't. It wouldn't cover a portion of our hotel, but it does cover everything I bought during this trip. Unless I can sell it for 200, I might just lot all of them together and see if I can get 200. We'll see. Some of these ties are really high end. This video is pretty short, you guys, so I'm just going to show you some more of the bins, and then I'm going to show you us doing some sightseeing. We went to the Fort Worth stockyards, found these boots, you guys, but I couldn't find the other one, and I was pretty sad about that. They're very heavy, or did I find the other one? I think I couldn't find the other one because I always tell you guys, I love picking up outdoor wear, hiking gear, fishing gear, but I couldn't find the other boot. You can see they kind of stack some of the bins pretty high, which can be a little bit more laborious, but I tell you guys, I look through the entire bin. I usually start from one side, go to the bottom, and just like work my way. Oh, I did find the other one. I thought I did, but they were just really heavy. If I didn't have to fly home, I would have picked those up. I also love selling bras, but that one wasn't in the great condition. I was hoping, I think next up I find some Athleta pants, but they have a lot of pilling. So yeah, that was really all I picked up were the ties, which I shouldn't say that's all, because that's a total score. I really, really wish I had more time here, you guys. We were just so limited on time. We wanted to do some sightseeing. This was our last day in Dallas. I did not pick up those Athleta leggings. Had they not had the major pilling, I probably would have picked them up. But yeah, those were just too much for me to work on. You can fix that, but with a sweater shaver, but those were just too far gone. So here's a look at the bins location. It doesn't look that big, but like I said, there's a whole other side where they have hard goods, and then they had these bins all along the back wall. And then people were kind of sitting in the middle waiting for, I guess, the next rotation. And this is me going to the checkout with all of my 45 ties. So let's go to the Fort Worth stockyards. And you can see Zane having a good time. His first time on a horse ride. He's not into it. Oh, Zane, you're a cowboy. Take pictures too. Go, Zane, go. Go. Yeehaw. Look at him holding on. I think this is hilarious. As a Californian, I saw this and it made me laugh. We're in a general store at the stockyards. So, yeah. That's just funny. Pretty sure that they're not very happy with Austin either. Alright guys, I usually put music here, but I forgot to tell you, I ended up spending on those ties, I think it came to like $1.58. So total score. Hopefully you enjoyed. Subscribe for more travel. Come thrift with me. Next up is Salt Lake City. We're going back to Dallas. We're going to Montana. Subscribe and I will see you soon.